From this to this in less than 5 minutes thanks to this full automated onboarding system. Welcome back to the channel, and in this video I will show you how you can onboard your next customer in the next 5 minutes thanks to this full automated onboarding system. But before we jump into the different workflow, I would like to show you the logic behind. So let's jump into. As you can see in this diagram, there are 4 different sections, where each section is related to a specific workflow. So let's start from the beginning. When your sales department talk with the prospect and close the deal and fill the form we saw previously, this will fire the first automation number 1. So we'll take all the information collected by the form and we'll create 2 different records inside our CRM. In this case, we will use Airtable as CRM, but we could also use different tools. So we'll create a client record in the CRM, of course checking that is not already existing, and we'll create also contract record in the CRM. This will trigger automation number 2. Automation number 2 is related to the contract part. So basically we will take the client information plus the contract information, we will create a contract from the template previously we create in our Google Doc, we will export the contract draft as a PDF, we will save in an internal admin drive folder, and we will send the contract to sign both entities, so for us as a provider and the clients. And of course we will update the CRM with the contract link, but also the onboarding status. When both parts will sign the contract, this will trigger the automation number 3. And just for your information, in this case we will use ZohoSign for the e-signature as a tool. So automation number 3 is related to the contract part, but also the client communication. So we will send a nice welcome email with e-signature, a confirmation to the customer, we will download the contract signed, we'll upload the contract signed in the clients folder, but also we update the CRM with the status of the onboarding and the link of the contract. From here we start the communication part. In this case we will use Slack as a communication tool with the customer, and in this case we will use a new client, a new channel for each new customer. So one new customer, one new channel inside Slack. So we'll create a Slack channel for the project, we will invite ourselves to the client channel, but also our team. And of course we will send some generic info to the team in another channel. We will also send a nice welcome message inside the client channel, so when the client will land, we will see this nice message. And we will send, of course, the Slack invitation link to the customer via email. We will also create the client drive folder, we will share with him, we will update the CRM with the folder link, also with the status updated of our onboarding process. So we retrieve financial data from the contract record, we will identify which service bought and in which modalities, we will create a Stripe link to pay, and we will store this payment link inside the CRM. Of course, we will send the payment link to the customer via email, okay? And when the customer will pay the service, this will trigger the last automation. Automation number 4. This part, of course, is related to the financial part, so we will check Stripe payment response, we will verify data, we will search customer record inside our CRM, and we will create a new payment log record in a different tab that I will show you in a bit, don't worry. Of course, we will also send email payment confirmation to the customer, our financial dashboard will be updated, everything is an automated way, and in case we need, we could also send an email for payments reminder. Okay, this is nice, but let's see in a real live demo. Before we start our demo, I would like to show you the schema about our CRM. As I told you before, we have 4 different tabs. In reality, we will use just the first 3 because the leads pipeline right now is not really connected to different outsources. So for example, we could also this link to different sources like email, web form, or WhatsApp or whatever tool you want to collect the new leads, but in this case is not connected. So let's jump back to the client tab. Okay, in this case I will keep this as simple as possible because I don't want too much information about the customer. I want just the basic ones. So I will put the client name, company, email, phone, client address and contract. As you can see here, there is also a lead pipeline because you could also attach the leads to the client records. And let's see the tabs number 2, the contract tabs. So here we are. Of course, here there are a lot more fields because some are just coming from the form and some are coming from Formula and Math and some from Stripe and Zoho as well. So let's go back here. We have contract name, the client. So this is a linked record from a client tab. We have a contract status, contract sent date, payment mode, billing interval, contract value. This part is coming from the form we saw previously. The first invoice amount, the currency, amount after deposit, total paid, remaining balance, next due date, installment enable, where 1 it's mean yes and 0 it's mean no, installment count, paid installment, installment amount, interval count, max days to pay, very useful for the invoice part, deposit enable, deposit amount, Stripe, price ID, product ID, subscription ID. These are all coming from Stripe. Of course, also the payment link. We will have two different payment links because in case it will be a subscription or direct payment link, we will have this kind of link. In case it will be an invoice link, we will have this URL. So we will have also payments log records related to this specific contract. This will be very useful because I could open Justin Media and already see the different payments linked to this kind of contract. And we will also store the different ID from Zoho. So Zoho request ID, Zoho document ID, the signed contract and the URL from Zoho. And the service type, this is coming as well from the form. The project manager, we type manually, but we could also automate this field. Onboarding status, Slack invited, Drive folder, welcome email sent, service description, governing law, create time, paid logs. This is another way to see, for example, when the customer pay us, and the record ID. All the fields are automated, so you don't have to type really anything. Probably the project manager, but you could also automate this part. And let's jump in the last tab, payments log. This is very important and is related to the financial part, and all this data are coming from Stripe, so you don't have really to type anything here as well. So basically we have payment ID, contract, payment ID is a unique ID of course, contract, payment type, okay, amount paid, currency, status, payment method, invoice ID, payment intent ID, charge ID, paid at, receipt URL, installment number, very important, because imagine Carol have like 5 installment with you, this will be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 5, metadata, this is just for automation purposes, client name and created time. This is very important because you could also filter like payment type for, I don't know, invoice. So in this case, we'll put a new condition where payment type is invoice. Okay, so in this case, you will have just payment type, and this will also be updated. Okay, but let's go back and okay, let's keep clean the filter here, and let's see again also the form. So the form starts with the very basic information about the customer. So in this case, client name, company address, email, phone, service type, and from this part it starts the section about the contract. So service type, of course you can put more, service description, contract value, currency, payment mode, deposit enable. In case you will put yes, this will pop up a new field. In case not, this will be hide. Billing interval, start date contract, end date contract, and governing law. And now let's jump inside the different workflow just before to do the live demo. Okay, so Each workflow is linked to a specific section, as we saw previously in the diagram. This is the workflow number 1, okay? This is the workflow number 2, this is the workflow number 3, and this is the workflow number 4. These workflows are production ready, and as you can see are all active, so they are listening and waiting for us. So let's start. But before we start the live demo, I would like to show you how long does it take from the beginning to onboard a new customer. So let's put start here. Okay, stopwatch is starting now. Yes, okay, let's type a name. So for example, Mark Anthony, okay, Anthony, Media Solution, company address, Madison Square, okay, email, let's put my email, okay, great, phone we can skip, but let's take this for the description, services, okay, this one, and we could put like marketing and SEO service for Anthony Media Solution. Contract value, in this case we will put like 10K, okay. Currency, we will use USD. Payment mode, let's put like installment. Deposit enable, no. Installment count, let's put 10. Billing interval, let's put like monthly. Start date, let's put like this. This is not too much important now. Okay. I try to go fast because we have the time running. Okay. Okay, and governing law, let's put US New York City. Okay, submit. So now this will trigger the first automation, and we can see here the execution. Okay, let's see, because there is a schedule trigger. So basically this will run every minute, but of course I recommend you put like every day, because probably you need just one per day, or probably one per week. It really depends on your new customer volume. Okay, and let's see inside the client tab. Okay, we already have Mark Anthony, Anthony Media Solution. These are the very basic information about the customer, and is already linked to the contract record inside the contract tab. So let's go back here. Okay, as you can see, there is already the Anthony Media Solution record here. We have the client, the contract status is draft, okay, and the payment method installment, monthly, 10K, okay, currency USD. So basically this is amount is entire, remaining balance is the entire amount. Installment enabled, yes, okay, so 10 installments, so basically 1K for each installment. Interval count 1. Deposit enable, no, okay. And deposit amount, okay. All the fields are empty yet. Marketing SEO is coming from the service type, and also the service description is coming from the form. US New York City, okay. Created time, paid logs is empty, and record ID. Okay, so basically this status of draft and the new record will trigger the automation number 2. So let's go here, because there is also a new schedule trigger. In this case, let me check, it's like, okay, every 2 minutes, so we'll have to wait a bit, but in the meantime, I can explain what this means. So basically what this automation does. So okay, so basically we take all the information about the contract record, but also the client record, and we'll check in case it is not the contract already sent, so we can retrieve our template contract. Okay, we will make a copy, we will take all the information, and we will take all the different variables from the contract record. Okay, and we create the new contracts. Okay, we will export as a PDF, and we will also store this contract in our folder. So this will be like internal folder. And we will also create the contract for the Zoho. So we will upload the contract inside Zoho, okay, and we'll send the document to sign. and we will also update the contract status inside Airtable. And related to the first automation, because I didn't explain too much, so basically this is what it does. So basically we will create different this of course is listening for all the requests. So as you can see, this already there are different requests, but we will retrieve just the last one, and we will check if it's already inside our table, so the clients, or in case not, this will create a new one. So let's go back here and let's see if we already have okay, now it's working. Okay, yes, if we already have it. Okay, probably it's the okay, it's fire other before. Okay, yes, this is one. So we can go back here and see, as you can see here, the contract status now is sent, and we will also have the different ID from Zoho. Okay, this one. Okay, great. And now I can check my email as a client but also as provider and sign the contract, so the automation number 3 will be triggered. Okay, let's go back to my email. I have in another screen. Okay, I'm here just to sign the Zoho contract. I could also show you the contract so you can have a better idea. Just give me 1 second so I can put the OTP number. Okay, authentication code. I'm waiting for the authentication code. Time is running out very fast. I told you everything inside 5 minutes, probably will be 10 minutes, but don't worry because it will be very fast. Okay, so send OTP. I have to click on it. Okay, new OTP number is sent on my side. Okay, great. So let's take this number so I can show you the contract as well, so you can see also how does it work from the Zoho part. Okay, let me show you the other screen, not the other screen, but the other, okay, Windows. Okay, great. So this will be the contract. As you can see, there are a lot of variables. These are coming from our Airtable records. So for example, our company name, okay, the client name. I need to accept, okay, the terms here. This is Italian, but don't worry. And we have also different information like amount contract value, like deposit, in this case no deposit, okay, one-time payment, subscription in case, okay. These are different variables. So let's sign this contract as the client. Okay, Mark Anthony. The date, of course, will be updated in automated way. Okay, and this will fire also our side as service providers. So I have to sign as a service provider. Give me 1 second to do the same exactly action, but from different side. Okay, I'm signing. Okay, I'm just putting the different OTP number, and we can see, okay, as you can see here is already fired the automation number 3. But let's go back here just to see this big workflow, if there was an error or not. Okay, so this is running. Okay, let's see if everything go well. Yes, so basically what does all these different nodes inside this workflow. So basically we update the contract status, we send a welcome email, we download the contract sign. So all basically the section number 3 that we saw previously, we create Slack and we send the Slack invitation, but also we create a share folder with the client, we share the folder with the client, we update in our CRM, and we create the Stripe payment link. Of course, there are different Stripe links for example, installment. Like in this case, we create with a different procedure, invoice, a subscription, and one time. And we will also send to the customer. Okay, so let's go back here where you can see there are already some new information related to the Stripe ID and also the payment link. Okay, as you can see here, we will say like 1K at month. Okay, this is an Italian, but you can see the different way to pay. And now we will create a fake payment, so this will trigger automation number 4. It will not trigger to this record, but it will trigger like to another record, because I already have the text to do this kind of real life demo. Okay, so let's jump in our terminal, where I will put the different information, and for this reason I will put like this for one-time payment related, in this case for Justin Media, so not the last one we saw previously. So let's go back here and let's see the execution. Okay, so let me put our new request. Okay, request is working. You will see here in a bit. Okay, the different execution. Okay, all execution is look there work fine. Let's see, because the Stripe send a lot of information, but in this case this will be the most useful, because we'll create effectively the link record inside our payment record log tab. So let's go back here inside our tab. Okay, payment log tab, and here you can see the last record about Justin Media, 5K. This was what I put in this test. Okay, this will be in cent, but this is the actual number. Okay, let's go back here. You will see charge, succeed, the number, payment ID, charge ID. Okay, receipt URL, the flow contract, and the clients. So will be linked to the Justin area. So you can also open here and see that is linked to the clients. So you could also open Justin and here and see the different, for example, contract, great, and also the different payment log with the last one that we did now. Okay, so thank you very much. I hope this makes sense for you, but before we end this video, I would like to show you probably the best part, the automated clients onboarding dashboard. This is related to financial KPI, but also to clients KPI, and also to the contract status. So as you can see, this is a very basic dashboard. This also you can expand if you click, so you can see all the different clients. So these are not customized, but you could also create like active clients, pending clients, or concealed clients here, and this is related to the payment logs. Let me stop the the stopwatch. Okay, I said 5 minutes was 12 minutes, sorry, but I was probably explaining too much in the details, but probably we should stay in 10 minutes. Okay, so about the dashboard, let's go back here. The payment log here is about the payment succeeded, the invoice paid, and the amount paid. But if you want to go a bit further, you could also select for different customers. So for example, Justin Media. Okay, so you can see Justin Media, how much paid in I don't know, in 4 different payment. And also we can see the contract status. This is, I think, is very important, because you could also see, let me hide the, okay. So you can see the different contract status. So for example, active contract, contract draft, contract completed. You could also expand clicking here, so you can see immediately the contract name and the deposit enabled. Of course, there aren't too much data here, so stats are very very poor in this case, but you will also personalize and customize this when you will have more data. So contract sent, okay, contract status, you will have a pie chart, and daily new clients report, so you can see how your sales department is going. Okay, thank you very much for your attention. I hope you find it useful, this live demo, and in case you want to implement for your business, feel free to reach me out inside the comment below in the description. You will find all my links. Thank you very much. See you in the next video.